Hello, good afternoon. Am I audible enough? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are around the world. Please, if you can hear me, kindly unmute. Mercy, can you hear me? Hello, Tabitha, can you hear me? Okay, Mercy, please, can you unmute and introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, and or can I say good evening? My name is Jebiot from Kenya. I'm the lead in Mag Foundation. I'm glad to join you today in this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mercy. Thank you for joining from Kenya. So I don't know if we should give a little time, maybe 5, 10 minutes, so others can join. Is that okay? Should I give time or should we just start?
I think you should give them about maybe 5, 7 minutes at most,
All right.
so that at least we can start.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. It's working perfectly. So it might be one network or the rest holding them. So if you can hear me, can you please give me a thumbs up so I will know I'm not talking to myself? Hello, Messi. Hello, Dr. Lillian. Thanks for joining. Please, can you give me a thumbs up so I'll be sure I'm not talking to myself? Thank you, Messi. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are in Africa. I am still your host and your moderator and the founder of the Miriam Ujunwa Girls Foundation. My name is Queen Mercy. It's a pleasure to briefly reintroduce the Mock Foundation rather. The Mock Foundation is a purpose-driven organization committed to creating safe space, raising awareness, and empowering individuals, mostly children and women, through education, advocacy, and community engagement. Our work focuses on promoting protection, confidence, and informed decision-making in everyday life. I would also like to introduce our facilitator, Mrs. Tabitha Ngozi. She's the founder of the Go Quest Academy. She has been an instrumental in guiding this section with her experience, passion, and dedication in this course. She has provided valuable insights and created an engagement learning environment for us all. And yes, a big shout out to each and every one of us, to Mercy, to Dr. Lillian for keeping the time. Shout out to both of you. Thank you so much for joining us. We all know that this month is March, and March every year rather, sorry, every year is International Women Month. Is a month to recognize women around the world. We embrace our strengths, our individual strengths, and the individual work we do in our individual countries. So, in a nutshell, International Women's Day is a global holiday. I prefer to call it an holiday. On March 8th, we celebrate women achievements and purpose for gender equality. It grew out of the 20th century labor and suffragist movement every year. It was first observed in 1911 and today is marked an event at and cause to close gaps in rights and pay. Just in a nutshell, 8th March every year is International Women Day, but we dedicate March to women to embrace our strengths, for us to see the struggles our mothers and our mothers before went through because of us, and to embrace feminism. So to not keep us longer, the aim of this class is on digital skills, mostly on AI, how to use AI. So I'll allow our facilitator, Mrs. Sabit Ngozi, to take up from here so I don't keep us waiting. Thank you very much for joining. So Mrs. Tabitha, over to you.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Good afternoon. Interactions are not much, and the time for us today is also not much. So based on what we have learned so far, I would like us to interact, ask questions on the previous things we have gotten so far. And if you have any further questions, maybe you have started your personal your individual marketing, or you've started your personal branding and all those things, please feel free to ask questions pertaining what you have done or your businesses or what you want to do, anything that create an environment for communication and understanding, also for other people to also have a better understanding of what is. We are not getting tired by the mercies of God. Right? Okay, now question time. Based on what we did last time on social media marketing using AI, do we have any questions? If you don't have questions, I will ask my questions. So I'm saying how many again? Okay. Mercy, you have questions. Dr. Lillian, you were with us last week. Thank you for being with us today. Do we have any questions based on our last training? AI, social media marketing, how to leverage on AI and how to market your business online. Yeah, social medias you can use to build your businesses and what your businesses thrives and train on different social media. So if you have chosen a business so far, depending on your business, what social media are you using for your marketing? And how are you leveraging AI to showcase your business online? Dr. Lillian, are you with us? Mercy.
Yes, I'm following. I don't have any questions so far.
Okay, based on last, what did you learn about social media last training? Can you give us some little highlight?
Yes, I just learned how to make a nice content based on the audience. Like not every content fits the audience, so everything need to everything needs to stay the same. Where the audience available, maybe if it's LinkedIn, the way of posting. If it's Instagram, the way. If it's Facebook, the way. And if you want to market through, maybe the product is used by the Gen Z, is where to get the Gen Z is mostly at the TikTok. The right platform for the right audience at the right time. Yeah, and I got a concept of using AI to create the contents with the excellent quality. Yeah. Thank thank you.
Awesome. At least you actually got what we said last time. Yes, because the Gen Zs are always on TikTok, they're always watching videos. So if your business has to do with the Gen Zs, the young generation 16 to 20, is but if I am
Okay, yeah, yeah, household. I using ChatGPT, but after prompting it, it said that the content is not does not have young kids. So I wonder how that they cover with the ambulance audience.
okay.
So my question is, why I'm prompted that I wanted to be designed as such in such a way that I've brought it that way.
Okay. If I could get your question well, you GPT to an ambulance. I don't know what, he didn't give me a clear description of what exactly you're building, but there are policies on ChatGPT actually, because since the suicide of a young man who used ChatGPT as a therapist and the man committed suicide, there have been a lot of policy now that has been limiting ChatGPT to flow in terms of content creation. So I really don't understand the the creation, the putting on what view, what category are you promoting? What niche are you? Is it business? Is it strong right? And depending on this, ChatGPT has no right to tell you it's out of the view or, but if it's something that has to do with health, mental health, um, legal advices, financial advices, and something that has to impart the mentality of a human and all those things, I think it will restrict you. So if I can get a clear view of what we are building or what you want to do or the content you want, I can understand maybe you have to reprogram so that it can start to, like I said before, it is important to make your words clearer. You can just write in your ideas. It's not good to because this is a machine, it learns with data, and if we are giving it data, it needs to be in a very proper clarity. Just like you have to speak to me and I can understand in clear view. That is how you have to speak to the machine, and the machine will have a clear view of what you want. So when it is confused about what you want or what you are telling it to do, it may not actually give you exact result you want, and maybe our structure. You okay? You want to say something?
No, no.
Okay. So if you're okay, so if you're going to prompt next time, you can tell it depending on what you want to create. Act as a social media strategist. Act as a brand strategist. act as a business consultant, act as a song manager. Then when you write the first paragraph, act, not write for me, act. You've given it a play. Act as a brand strategist, act as a social media marketer. You have to be specific with your prompt. Then you can now state what you want. This is the business I'm into. I want you to do this, do that, to do that, to do that, do that. It will have a clearer view. Like that sometimes I would like to use Nano Banana to generate my pictures, and I will combine so many tasks at the same time. At the end of the day, it will tell me I cannot generate this image. So it simply means it does not understand what you tell it to do. Simple. So you need to be clear with you need to be clear with your exactly what you want. Like I was using a promoter of a fashion brand using Nano Banana. Create an 8 seconds video. So now this Nano Banana that, because I mentioned Nana, this is not exactly what I wanted. I have to read through the scenes, and I observed that I did not give it a clearer task of what I want. I was saying something else in writing while something else was on my mind. So I have to go back and re-strategize and restructure my prompt. Then it's now start giving me exactly how I want it and how it is in my mind. So everything is about clarity in your prompting and a clear view of what you want. That is it. Do we have a question? Okay. I have one more question for you, Dr. Lillian. I would like to tell me, what business would you like to venture into? So far, maybe you have a skill, you have a passion for something, and you really want to start something online. What would that be? Dr. Lillian, are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so from what you have been teaching us previously, I don't have a business. I've recently started writing public health contents. So I knowledge obtained to develop contents which will public health facts and giving health education through media. I've started recently, and I see I have I have the content, but the way I put it, I see it's not very proper and very attractive. So I will learn and relearn and unlearn so that I can providing the contents of public health in a simple way, in a non-boring way, so as to reach the audience. Also,
Okay.
I've never used the TikTok. I've never been interested in TikTok ever since it was launched in the country. So I'm looking a way to use it to provide education. Yeah, because through doing these contents, I started with WhatsApp status. I've been doing so on WhatsApp status for so long, and I've seen how I got a lot of opportunities through those status, because when people view my status, then they know, Dr. Lillian is this kind of a person, so she's interested with this and this and this. So I've been getting a lot of opportunities, training opportunities, video interviews. So I've been attending, I've been given sessions in our local medias, East African television. I've also been called several times to give public, to do public speaking. In some of the events, I earn a lot of money from. And I also get opportunities to work with them. We are with the Ministry of Health and the implementing partners. So they always recruit me in their works in implementing several health interventions just through what I do posting in WhatsApp status. So I would like to increase my visibility through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok in a professional way, so that I can make it very professional and more attractive and reaching the intended audience in a simple way. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That is awesome. Why I asked the question is for us to have a view of exactly what you want. And being a doctor and you have passion for the healthcare, standing your knowledge needs to reach people. Like in this case, the social media you're using more for creating more visibilities, LinkedIn and Facebook. You necessarily don't need TikTok, except you just want to have a just backup plan, because people you're targeting now are mostly adults, people who have reached a life of rest. They will now want to find security in their health. So these are the people that you are targeting. The young generations really don't want to care about health. They want to care, all they care is about what's giving us money, what's the shortcut to give us money. But people who has reached a level of life from 35 years, 40, 50, they want to learn about how to keep health, what to eat to keep health, keep good health. So these are the people that you are targeting, and you get them on LinkedIn for the professionals, corporate organizations, the CEOs who wants to have a good living in health and all that. Then Facebook, the retired men, retired women, and also people who are who lacks the visibility to learning from the social world. So you see them on Facebook. So these are where your target audiences are. Like I've learned a little things about pregnancy, motherhood, on Facebook, because there are people who people because a problem that somebody has, what the person did, and how the person is right now. So these are the things that of people. Health is not it's more of practical lifestyle. It's not something you just you just fabricate a story that is non-existent. With your years of experience, with the evidences you've gotten so far in health sector, and practicals of sicknesses or whatever you have gotten so far, you can break it down into simple story, then with a caution or a closing action of this is what you need to do in order to prevent this. This is what you need to do if you can prevent, in order to cure this. For more highlights or for more direction or whatever in the medical word that you use, kindly DM me. So you see people running to DM, and health content goes a long way. It makes you meet so many people. It makes you, reach so many lives, and many people are there to get well. So health is a money-making content that if you restructure how to place your content in a very strategic way, using a very strategic opening, people will not rush your DM. So apart from the writing techniques, you need a visual techniques. If you have pictures of places you've been before, or pictures of ill health people have been passing, those kind of pictures, you can post them in privacy, depending if it is allowed. You can post them to make it real. You can learn how to use AI to generate those kind of pictures in order to create a privacy for your patients, stuff like that. So you can learn how to use AI to generate, pictures. The pictures you are generating has no physical identification of anybody, but it's showing weakness or showing the illness of whatever thing you're trying to teach online. So if after the training you still want to further, go into this, I can have a mentorship class with you and teach you what AI to use and how you can strategically write. And another thing I'll advise, there are so many health online content creators. You can Google them, go through their profile, see how they do their things. Look at how they structure their content, their branding, the words they use, their tones. You can just emulate, add to what you have, then make your life unique in your own way. So this is a very beautiful content. And for the writing, you will get more endorsement from LinkedIn. You get more speaking opportunities from LinkedIn. You get more collaborations from LinkedIn. Then you will get clients, or will I say patients, from Facebook. So you see how strategic it can be. So you're not losing, you're getting in both. You're getting more visible and professional using your LinkedIn. Then you're getting more patients that are paying you in cash, and also in good ways, and also recommending your services to other people on Facebook. But all these things can be done if you can strategically structure your content in a more professional way. So that being said, we are in a very good and beautiful part. All right. Today, Mercy, are you with me? Today, we are just going to be having heart-to-heart discussions. Okay, so Mercy, tell me, what business have you started and what social media are you using?
So I don't know if the Messi is me. My name is also Messi.
No, I mean, I'm talking
Yeah,
to
too much.
Mercy. So,
Which more?
I'm talking to the student Mercy. Okay, floor is yours. Mercy Jibo, it is your into, right? I hope I pronounced that very correct.
Okay.
Jibe.
GB what? Not GB what?
Jibe what?
Okay, currently it's not social media. Just working on graphic design, but I'm using Canva. Engaging with people on LinkedIn, at least getting clients from Mine I'm not getting from Facebook, but just from WhatsApp. I just DM a client telling that I do this and this. If you like, just DM. I can assist you. And more engagements again from LinkedIn. Yeah. When I hear of trainings, I endorse to them. Just practicing slowly, since I'm not that perfect yet.
Okay. So with what you said, you are into graphic designing. Now, graphic design is also a money-making machine. So there are places you really need to showcase your content. WhatsApp is good because it has to do with your private friends and private family, but you need to reach a wider audience. Then you need Instagram. Instagram, we have many businesses, local businesses that want to create visibility. That is where you can find them, because graphics has to do with visuals, captivating visuals. So if you want more clients, more people to pay, more businesses to design for, you need to work on your Instagram profile. It has to be professional. You need to be posting your graphics on Instagram. And you can now be having searching for businesses, private small businesses that you see that their Instagram page are not really showcasing growing well, or maybe they don't really have a very good visibility. You can write to them, offer a free service. That is how you can get so many clients and you get tired of it. You can write, let me design 2 or 3 things for you. You say to them, they will not say no. Not just work, not just be a graphic designer. You also need to add social media marketing insights along with your now. You're not just a graphic, but everything that has to do with social media, marketing, visibility, content writing together in one. You are building a legacy, not just something private. So your services are wide. If you're not gaining from graphic designing, you are gaining from content writing. If you're not gaining from content writing, you're gaining from what? Content restructuring. So everything in one together. So I advise you to maybe consider scaling up a little and then build your portfolio. Let's hope I am at the right place. Okay. Okay. So I am easy AI side hustles. You can start now, beginner friendly. You don't have to pay anything for now. Then we have our social media support. That just like I was telling the other lady, where she can add social media management, marketing, visuality, branding to her graphics to make her pure, to become a real business. And graphic designing is okay, but most of the times when you design for organizations, they also want you to manage their social medias for them, create content for me, captions for posting, time for posting, that will convert and make people click, like, ask questions, go to DMs. So social media supports what you do. You write captions, suggest content ideas, especially for fashion brands. I will always advise, select your businesses that you work with. You don't work with every business. Not every business needs a social media visibility, in as much it is important, but there are businesses that thrives well on social media. We have fashion, we have food. Fashion, we have food, you have schools as well. But when it comes to fashion branding, food vendors, people love those businesses requires social media. So you select businesses that require social media visibility that will help you nurture your direction, that you will not just be all businesses, but categorized businesses that will give you clients and give you money. So you write captions for them. Like, for example, food vendors, you can generate content with the help of Canvas, with the help of AI. In as much, normally I was using Grok now has stopped their free their free subscription. Everything is now paid, and it affected a lot of creators. But based on they are still growing, no money for paid subscription. There is also a place you can generate short videos for faceless videos, not using your image now. You can make use of YouTube Shorts, I believe. I don't know if we are aware of it, where YouTube Shorts has a connection with Google VO. So you can just use it to create 8 seconds of visibility, and you can merge the videos together using CapCut. So you need to create captions, suggest content ideas. For video visuals, you can make use of that video. I'll be showing it at the end of the class. Then we have content writing. Like I said, in content writing, storytelling is important. Storytelling has a way of bringing the mind of your reader into feeling what the message you have for your reader. It has to do with 3 stages of writing. Number 1, your hook line or headline or topic. But normally in content it's called hook. Your first 3 seconds hook should be very captivating, emotionally striking, psychologically striking, and mentally striking. If your hook line captivates your audience, it will make your audience to read through your content. So your hook, after the problem, solution. This is what you need to do if you want to avoid this. This is what you need to do if you want to gain this. Then after the solution, you have your closing. That is called the call to action. Making the audience that read that post to have an action immediately, to that's your conversion method now. You are converting the person to either become a client, a patient, or a payable trainee, whatever. Your closing has to be, do this if you want this. It has to be abrupt, sharp, and you need to give the person where the person needs to do it. Not just follow me for more. Person will, okay, let's follow for more. Your content is nice. But DM me if you want to do this. DM me for more this. You see the person coming to your DM. So 3 key in content, right? Like I said, your hook line, problem, solution, then your closing call to action. So when you're writing, have this in the back of your mind. Your hook line, attracting them, bringing them to see what you want to write. Then you are the problem, explaining the problem that the person might have had, bringing the solution, then writing your call to action, making the person follow an action. So it's strategic. And if you can follow this, you will be having millions of people rushing on your post. So that being said, we have our AI research and summaries. So this is also a way of making money with AI. These are for publication organizations like schools, the organization that has to do with research, summaries, bloggers, articles writers, and all those kind of niche. So there are people that write blogs for people. There are people that write product descriptions. So this has to do with research and summaries. For example, there are people who write advertisements for organizations. They write adverts, product descriptions, blogs, articles. So those are the organizations for those who into writing that you can just go into. We have another one, resume editing for this is also another money making niche where you write CVs, cover letter, their groups. You can go there, post your content on the group, contact the group person or the manager or whoever the admin. Tell them this is what I do and this is what I collaborate with them, and they'll be helping you share your content. This is how you can get your clients when it comes to CV optimization in schools. Then simple design, you can join a designing organization or designing a business where you design for all businesses, depending on what kind of business. You have school, you have food, you have fashion, whatever businesses that you have, you can just do fly for them, strictly flyers, targeted if you want to be specific. But if you want to, scale up, scaling is adding more services and offer to your businesses. You cannot add any other social media marketing, brand marketing, and all that. So we also have data task. This is an easy entry. You can make money on local and remote tasks by labeling data. It's a daily task where you get data, you label them using this platform, and you get paid $2, $1, $3 every day. If you have the time, you can do that. If you are just looking for something to start small, you don't want to venture into your personal brand building or businesses, you can just go into this platform, register with them, open a PayPal account, and start labeling data and reviewing content, and you get your $2 every day, and you get paid according to the data you have labeled. So we have our free tools, which is ChatGPT, Canva, CapCut, Google Docs, and Perplexity AI. This Perplexity AI, please, for those of us in the graphics and for those of us, in fact, if you're into social media marketing, you need to have this Perplexity AI because it will help you give you trending topics, trending ideas on your particular niche. As a designer or as a healthcare personnel, as a freelancer in consultation, it gives you what is trending, what people ask more. It's important. That is you doing your market survey, not just assuming this is what people need. No, but you are having data. Data is you now carrying out your marketing work research. And with this help of Perplexity AI, is free. You can just open it on Google, type what do people require or what do people read more or what do people need more on graphic design, on whatever niche or businesses that you want. It will give you a whole data of what people requires every day. And if you have that data, you can now start building your content, building your offer, building your services on that. So you are not losing out. You are getting more trending. You are getting more equipped with the knowledge. And now you know what people want and where they want it and how they want it. So it's advisable to have this Perplexity AI. Right now, after the class, you can go Google it, put in your data, and you get your result. And you make use of that data on your particular business. It has no limit. It's not limited to social media marketing alone. Is vast. So that being said, our part two, how is AI properly? When it comes to prompting, it's important we know to use AI. It is key. Now, I'm zooming so that we can see well. You give AI number one role. What do you want it to do? the role. You want it, like, for example, like I said, not saying, write me a marketing copy. It will just give you a generic, general content, which is vague. Vague in the sense it is not specified. There is no CEO manager. So you have to give it a specific role. Then the second one is the task. Exact thing you want it to do. So you don't start with a task and now give it a role. No, just like I said, these are machines. So it has a structural principle. So you need to abide with the principle. If you don't abide in the principle, you will not get an accurate result. So your role acts as a social media manager, for example, then you give it the task. Write 5 captions for a small business fashion. Then the context. Context is this: people, the audience, and the people that you're writing for. So please mark this formula whenever you're doing your prompting. Act as a social media manager, for example. I'm zooming in so that we can see more clearly. Write 5 captions for small business, fashion business. That's the task. Target young women who love trending outfits. You've given it a content. You have given it an idea of your imagination of who you are writing this for. So as a medical person, as a medical practitioner in healthcare, you want to talk on the importance of eating well, drinking water, exercising, depending on your skills and knowledge of your level of your knowledge. You now need to say, act as a health practitioner. You need to be specific on the kind of health practitioner you're talking about. If you are a nutritionist, act as a nutritionist. If you are a gym instructor, act as a gym instructor. If you are a pharmacist, act as a pharmacist. If you are a microbiologist, depending on what sector of your healthcare you are, you can just add that to it, but give it a play. Act as this. Then write so this and that for me. Look at my ideas now. You give it the ideas that you have. I am this, I am that, this is what I do, this is how I want you to do it. Then your content is not sounding robotic. It's not sounding generic. It's being specific, humor-rated, because you've added a human value to it. So that is why sometimes at the end of the day, we are having so many contents that are just vague. It's not target specific, So this formula is something you use, and always keep it in the back of your mind if you are prompting. So that being said, most of the times we neglect, one thing with us is this: we neglect things like this because we think we know it all. No. Screenshot and save. Whenever you're writing to your AI, make use of this formula, please. It's important because it's going to help you. Then part 3, we have building a simple portfolio. We need a portfolio. It's important to have a portfolio. This portfolio, I make use of Gamma to build my portfolio because Gamma has more, visuals. Gamma AI. Later you go through it, Gamma AI, Google it, or you can write it down later. Gamma AI, you can make use of Gamma AI to build your portfolio. It has a link of its own. And once you build your portfolio, copy your link, put on your social media banner or your social media bio. Anybody can click on it and see what you do. It's free for if you register newly, they give you credit, so it's free. And I would advise you to do that because we are beginners. We are not yet we are not using paid premium tools yet. So Gamma has a way of structuring you, professionally, and it gives a clear view of who you are, what you are, and what you do. So, but that being said, you can also make use of Canva for those of us who are into designing as well. So we are going to build a very first simple life portfolio. Live demo, create a mini portfolio, choose your businesses: hair salon, food vendor, fashion brand, healthcare talk, health tips. Number 2, you create content using ChatGPT. Lately, I use my cloud AI. I don't know why, but ChatGPT to me is becoming more generic, meaning by using it. So I like going to where people don't use too much. I use my cloud AI to write my content because it has a way of writing just like a human. So you can create 3 Instagram captions for your business: health talk, health tips, fashion tips, whatever businesses. You use your AI to create a content or caption for it. Then we go to Canva. Open Canva, search Instagram posts, choose your template, like a kind of flyer. This is what I do. This is the services I offer. Then you save it. So whoever that talks to you, or whoever that calls you, or whoever that this is what I do, you can send. It is very good because, number 1, it saves you of constant writing of this is what I do, this is how I do it. No. You have now a flyer that tells people this is what I do. You don't necessarily need to go to people's DM now to say this is what I do. When you're sending the flyer, you're just writing a little caption. This flyer is what I do. It showcases, people read it, visual appealing. They are seeing what is on the flyer. And if you want more of this, you can now call me, DM me. These are the things you now post on your WhatsApp, you post on your Facebook status. What you do. So as a health professional, a health tip giver, you need a flyer of your own. And we can do it if by the mercy of God, time is still permitting. We can build that little portfolio of what you do that showcase people of what you do. It's present you of it makes you professional. Like people likes it. Okay, this is exactly what people can actually share it to other of their friends. If you need these services, this person can do it. Look at her. Look at her flyer. Look at Gamma for this slide made with Gamma. You can see it down there because it has so many things to do with it. It reduces stress and work. All this while I've been using Canva AI. Let me just use Gamma, and it was beautiful. You can see the structuring, you can see everything. I didn't do that. I just gave my content. It just it just automatically structure everything in a very beautiful form. So if you need a live portfolio that people click on a link and they want to see everything you have done, I will advise you to go to Gamma AI. After you can write it down, Gamma, Gamma AI. You can click on it, go through it. It's free. See how you can build your portfolio. You can tell Gamma, this is what I do. Create a portfolio for me. It gives you something beautiful. Just copy the link, post on your bio. So people are coming there, they are seeing your portfolio. And if someone tells you, can you show me what you have done before? Copy the link and send to the person. The person will see everything that you have done. So we have talked about having a personal flyer, which is portfolio as well. All are simple and free. Because of time, we might not go through in teaching how to use Canva, but if you want to integrate, you can reach out to me after the class so I can take you on one-on-one sheets on how to make use of. Not necessarily need to create from scratch. I will teach you how to create with prompts. All you need to do is do your research. Small expo. You want to create something powerful, ordinary. People have created something before you even want to start creating that. Go online, search it. You like it, bring it in. Take it to AI. I love this. Can you restructure this for me? You put your own idea into it. Color, you put your own color, you put your own name, you put your numbers, your website, everything. It gives you something different and similar to that you like. So these are creativity in designing. So it's not necessarily you need to start cracking your head. I need to create something. I need to design something. And I don't know how to start. As a graphic designer, you need to know these cheat codes on designing something unique from the ordinary. So when you see designs that are beautiful, color is powerful, and you are like, how do they do this? You don't need to kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Get those things together, you know? Tell AI integrate this, dissect it, it gives you everything. Then you can restructure it. Restructuring means removing, adding, putting it all together. It gives you something unique. Just like you can take the sample, post. I was looking, they're so captivating, but there's something unique about them. One thing that is common about them is that there is always an AI image on it to differentiate, okay, this is an AI training. So I said, among all these images, choose the one that is most specific, unique, captivating, powerful, that will keep people's attention. It choose two. Brought out, it choose 2 flyers for me. And I said, in these 2 flyers, write the prompt. This is an expo. Write the prompt for me. It wrote the prompt for me. 2 flyers. I said, merge them together. Let it be unique. It merged the 2 flyers together and wrote the prompt for me. I copied it. I don't use Canvas for my design. That's my problem. But if I want to do something different, I can use Canva. But I make use of my Nano Banana for my designs. I went to Nano Banana, I pasted it, and now added my work, my offer, my services, everything that I need the student to learn at the end of the training, my website, my WhatsApp, and everything. And it created this stunning, and I added my logo. I added my logo on the prompt. I say, using this logo. It added the logo. The design was powerful. I said, what? So these are some secrets for designers. Most people don't know. It's not necessary you need to use Adobe Photo, Adobe Fireflies. Not that it's not good, but based on those ones have more of paid subscription. You know, if you want to now advance in a very big level, you need to get those paid ones. But as a starter, as a beginner, and you want to actually get more creative with your designs, you can make this simple method I just explained. If I have the time, I can just show you in how to do those things, but because of time, I might not. But if you can pay attention to what I'm saying, you can just pick out the points and write it and try it at home. So please, it's simple. Even as a care content creator, you want to go into professional content, you can go online. Google has AI mode. So I would advise you use AI mode on Google. Okay, go to Google because the AI mode it will give you references from other websites, blogs, websites, images, and everything. So if you can make use of AI on Google, it will give you so many ideas that you don't even know. And when you go to Google, I always advise business creators go to Google, search, because there are so many websites online that are always coming in online every blessed day that even AI is not aware of. So go to Google, carry out your research, see things you like, copy them. Then you can now come to AI and personalize it for yourself. So you can, as a health professional, you want to create, illustrations that are very key about health. You can go to Google, see images of illustrations that you like or that has to do with what you want, get them together. You can use Nano Banana, you can use Copilot, you can use Cloud AI, depending. Get the prompt, change the wordings, write what you want inside it, use Nano Banana and generate your illustrations. It's simple. Or ChatGPT to generate your illustrations, your diagrams. So content creation is just about learning the strategies and the tools. It's not difficult. And when you master it, you become a professional in it. Before you know it, businesses, people are all around you. So these are the secrets in creating portfolio designs that most of times we don't know. So I'm going to go to the next one, how to get your first client. Yes, yes, yes. Let me tell you a secret. I'm going to share this story. Thank God we are not much. Don't laugh at me. Oh. Do you know, the one thing with life is this. Sometimes you wouldn't know that you have a very beautiful talent in you. Sometimes what restricts our growth is us. That still inner voice that say, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you can. My sisters, you can. If you can break and silence that voice and fear, there is nothing you cannot do. I am telling you. Trust me, God, there is nothing you cannot do. Don't be afraid. It might be tough. You see, that toughness is your story. Embrace the toughness. Embrace it. Use it as your portfolio. When you stand and speak, people will listen. Because people are attracted to people who have scar. Scar in the sense they have a story to share. That story is building the momentum and becoming an encouragement for other people that are passing through that. Forget it. You that introduce myself, you'll be looking for my back, because naturally I'm created to, I like asking questions, I like diving in, I like learning. Not everybody's like that, you get. But I just ventured into that kind of personality. So I love it. I saw something. I was like, wow. Oh, I started communicating with AI and it was so fun. So I started, doing my flyers. I started designing flyers for people. It was wow. So I started posting Facebook. I observed that I love teaching. Though I used to teach before as a medical microbiologist, I was teaching chemistry, biology in a school, secondary school as of then. So I observed that teaching was something I liked, even though I hated it. At first, I hated teaching. But now later I discovered that I love it. Like, it's something that is natural in me. I can talk in hours without getting tired. I don't know why. But so when I saw that this is something that is in me, and now have to find a way of, channeling it into monetizing my skills. So I now have to understand teaching. And I said, I don't want to go into traditional teaching. Chemistry, biology, there's no need. Not that it's not good though, because actually I went to secondary school. So somebody taught me, but I was like, if I want to really scale up and the level of where I'm going, I need something more, something above that kind of traditional teaching role. So I started exploring on AI. Then most people don't understand what AI is. Even lecturers don't understand what AI is. So I started teaching. I will be posting on my Facebook. So somebody said, what do you do? I said, I teach people on AI. He said, hey, that I have been hearing of this AI, but I don't know how to do AI. to do. So I saw an opportunity. This is somebody who wants to learn but doesn't know how to. My brothers and sisters, I didn't have any prior knowledge of what I wanted to do. That is the simple truth. So I told him, what do you do, sir? He said that he's a professor. I said, hey, professor. Professor in theology. He's teaching, he lectures at University of Abia State. My name is Professor Kereke. That he's well known in the university. That he wants to learn AI. I want you to teach me AI. I said, oh. I said, yes, I can teach you AI, sir. I love opportunity. I said, yes, I can teach you AI. You can use AI immediately. I dropped the chat. I went to AI and said, how can I teach a lecturer AI? What does a lecturer need an AI to do? It gave me some little ideas. I went back to the chat. I said, yes, you can use AI to do your research, write your content, your lesson notes, and all that. It was like, wow, how can I do it? That there's one in his phone. It's known as Meta. But it's giving me something. I'm using it, but I need something different. That he wants to write a journal on a specific topic, and I want you to, tell me how to. I said, sir, your money is 150,000. My dears, I really don't have any prior knowledge of it. I am telling you before God and man. That was how I got my first client. So this story sometimes it scares me because I don't know how people will see it, but there is a lesson to it. So when I told you, I said 150,000. I said, yes. 150,000. I just remembered you're a professor. You said they know you very much. So you have the money and you want to learn AI. I said, this money isn't too much. I said, sir, what you are going to learn is going to take you to diverse places that you can even start teaching it. Huh? He was like, oh, wow. No, but cut the cost now. I said, because of how you have presented yourself, I'm going to collect 120,000 naira. He accepted. I went and told my sister, I have carried a case that I don't know how to. My younger sister was like, how come did you do this thing? You know how to teach AI. Have you even learned it yourself, let alone teaching? But that is why I want women to be creators, not just beneficiaries again. We need to create something. People need to feel our value. We are low. We are where we are. We need to come out from our shells. Women are talented. Women are brilliant. We are destiny keepers, house builders, life creators. So there are things in us embedded that we are hiding. And I've seen it's in me. And if it's in me, it's in other women. We just have to find it, open it, bring it out. I told my sister, you see this? I'm going to teach it. My sister was wowed. Now she introduced me to AI. Sorry. She introduced me to AI, but she hasn't gotten to the capacity to even teach a professor. You know how professors are? They are crazy. They're always, what do you know about this? What do you know? They are learned people. So for you to actually come to the level of teaching them, you should have maybe 5 PhDs, 5 masters. In fact, you have to need a doctorate degree. But my sisters, I don't have any. So, but what I did, that's why I teach people about professional packaging. You don't need to be intimidated by titles when you have confidence in yourself of what you know. No, nobody should intimidate you. You should be intimidating them. So the professionalism on how I package my marketing, structure made him was, oh wow, I don't know this. Yes, you don't know it, and I have to teach you. So I taught him. I said this teaching. Normally, this teaching should just be for 1 week, maybe just highest 3 days in 1 week. I made it for 4 weeks so that to the value of the money I asked for. So, my dear, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to elevate our spirit. So, he's agreed. We started on a Saturday. I went for research. You have to do the needful. I went for research. I read. I saw there is nothing much about AI in lecturing or AI in academics. You just find the right tools for academics in research, in writing, in journaling, in referencing, excuse me, in getting plagiarism. I was like, oh, there's nothing there. I just summoned everything and I broke it down into the 4 weeks of the training. And I thought to this man, I was teaching him as a student. When he thought, I said, I will ask him questions. Professor said, this is not your theoretical class. This is technical class, and I want you to do this. When you get home, do this and submit the assignment to me. He will say, yes, ma. So at the end of the day, he loved it. He now introduced me to another professor. You see how it is. So one, to be very capable in what you're doing. It's not necessary you will know it. No, you can't know everything. Nobody was born to anything. Just like when you get to a baby, you start teaching the things. The baby start learning by itself, by experience, rising, falling, walking, talking, and all those things. That is how life is. There is nothing you know. You just have to learn, relearn, unlearn, learn again. That is how you build yourself up. The level I've attained today in AI machines, in technicality, that was not how I introduced it to me. I was a non-entity. But it's just that I developed the zeal, the confidence to learn more on this. And now I took another chance. Creation is becoming rampant. People are getting to know. But now most times people don't know the practicals. When I mean the practicals, the technicality, especially when it comes to deep learning, machine learning, on how to integrate AI in business, build a workflow, automated workflows, and all two things like that. I said, okay. Now I went to AI, I restructure it. I said, AI, can you help me tell me what skill can this person learn with this thing he listed, and how can he monetize the skill? AI gave me a prior knowledge, integrated in a very structural frame. I brought it out. I said, okay, this is what you need to do. It was like, hey, now this is exactly. I've been asking myself. I didn't even of skill? I say yes. So I said you have to learn how to work automated workflow. You have a prior knowledge in coding, but you are not really a coder. And with the help of AI, you don't even need to learn code. You don't even need to be a developer. You don't even need to be a coder for you to learn the technicality. All you need to know is how to prompt. So you need to really, learn how to prompt. He was like, okay, that he's interested. How much can I teach him? I said, I'm going to teach you this 100,000 naira. He shouted, hey, I don't have money. Oh, I said, okay, how much can you afford? Because this is my first time, hello, I'm going to venture in this automated AI workflow. I've been learning it in secret, but I've not actually gotten the lever to teach. But now I saw someone who wants to learn as well. I want to learn. So I said, okay, why not give it a try? I did it before, I can do it again. All I need to do is sit down to think and read, right? What would it take? I scheduled by fate, I scheduled a class. We'll be starting that training by April 4. The guy at the end of the day collected, said I should, have mercy upon him as he's a worker, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, no problem. I'm going to collect 100,000 naira for you. He agreed. So we'll be starting our training by April 4th. Then I said, why not you make this public? You never can tell. Ladies and gentlemen, not that I have a prior knowledge of what I'm going to teach this guy, but I'm going to teach him. Do you know why? Because I have confidence in myself. All I need to do is sit down and read. Now that's where our women fail. We don't. We are tired of reading. We don't. We are not creative. We don't want to come out from our comfort zone. And that is why we are always at back seat. We are always behind. Every victim is on us. Sexual abuse is on women. Domestic abuse on women. Last time I saw a woman that gave birth, they were beaten after giving birth. So many things on women, but it's time for us to break. To me, break. Make yourself valuable. Make yourself indispensable. So it's not a must you will know everything, but if you can give yourself 2 hours of reading, instead of scrolling through social media, watching this, having gossiping, bearing negative things in mind, you can use that little time, structure yourself in your particular business, develop yourself in that wider. There is no place you cannot go, and there is nowhere you will not stand and speak and people listen. So sorry for the story I've said. We have taken time. So this is how I got my first client, and ever since then I've been having, because one thing with good clients is this: once you have a client and you work your client well, you do your client well, you give your client the best results, professionalism is important. The client will bring another client to you, another client to you, another client to you. That is how it works. So having said that, the story is funny, but I learned something from it. And I'm using what I learned from it to teach you that irrespective of your niche, have a higher vision, have a higher dream, have a higher goal. Let it not you get your commission. So that is what affiliate is all about. And you can get your affiliates from expert Naira, those in the social medias, the Digest 10 from Stella, from Amazon Associates, from Spotify as well. And you can get all those, as you are building your personal content, you are creating it online, posting it online, you are adding a link, link, and anybody that clicks the affiliate link and end up buying or end up doing whatever call to action you've stated on your content, you are getting your commission. You're also building your own client base as well. So if that being said, part 6, wow, how to make money on Instagram. Sorry, we have to talk on this. Instagram is also a money making machine. What do you need to do? Pick a niche. As a social media person, a graphic designer, a fashion person, a health talk, pick a niche, post constantly on a daily, highest 2 times a day or 3 times a day. Use AI to create captions, content, visuals. You grow, your followers grows. Now look at the things that make money online, especially when it comes to Instagram. You see health talk. Don't joke with it. For those in the health, I didn't say you should venture into health, but for those in the health talk, the health people makes money because people are learning daily not to spend money on hospitals, but rather how to take care of themselves. So they go online, they search, and they read. So if you're a nutritionist, you are telling people how to eat food that will make them have flat tummy, big waist, and food that will make their skin shine, especially for the ladies. You are making it huge, trust me. Then quotes and motivation. There are some people on Instagram, all they want is they read quotes that elevate their spirit, that makes them not feel lonely, quotes about life, quotes about inspiration, quotes about business. Then another one, business tips. You are teaching about business tips. Another one, this AI. You are talking about how to use AI, what AI to use to create this and to create that, how to make money online. So all these things are something that grows your followers on Instagram. You can, as you have your personal business, you can open a secret Instagram account and pick one niche and start posting on it daily. Instagram pays you, not just Instagram paying you, you're also selling a product, selling something. Pinterest. How can we make money using Pinterest? Most of the times we don't know what Pinterest is. Let me explain, especially our African people. If you watch Pinterest, you see it the white that is always on Pinterest. Africans, Pinterest is not a money-making machine. Pinterest is where you get ideas. There is no idea that how to make food, how to make flour, how to make bead, how to make clothes, how to make soap. Whatever thing you want to create in your home, do it yourself. You can Pinterest, you will sell them. You can start up an AI fashion designing page where you are creating fashions, beautiful clothing with AI. And some brands will see this, fashions or these clothings, they will like it and they will contact you for you to do what? Or buy what you're selling. Just like Instagram, Pinterest is more of visuals, videos, and what strives more in Pinterest are fashion, then medical tips, then business as well. So you need to be creating content in that regards. Now, the reason why you're using Pinterest is you are reaching not Nigerians or Africans or Ugandans or Zambians alone. You are meeting people from India, from Germany, meeting people from England, you are meeting people from so many places. So it has a very wide audiences because these are the people that make use of what? Pinterest. Africans normally don't make use of Pinterest. You hardly see them on Pinterest, but it has a larger audience for the whites. So if you are making you want to reach the white people and their product is good and you have a very technical product base, then I would suggest that you make use of what? Pinterest. Is very technical. All you need to do is create pins. Just like Instagram, you create Instagram posts, you create pins using your Canva and post. Maybe you have a link that when people click, they will do what? It will take them to your product, take them to your service, and it attracts brands. Pinterest is where brands are. When I mean talk of brand, you don't need to know everything, just like I said. All you need to do is what? Start and start small. Your content might not make sense, but as you graduate, as you go, you start getting more knowledge, you start getting more ideas, you start writing well, you start packaging well, but in all, have the confidence, have the boldness, and do not allow anything to limit you. So AI is not just a tool, it's a greater opportunity for you, and I would like you to use it. So if you have any other questions after the class,
Dr. Lillian.
Hello, thank you for the wonderful presentations. The session has been so insightful and very informative. For now, I don't have any questions, but I'm looking forward to be having a lot of questions because this session has been an eye opener to deep dive the things she has been displaying and the AI tools. So I'll be reaching you out for many other questions so as to capacitate myself on the digital use of the social media. Thank you.
Recording in progress. Okay, in the absence of none, thank you first for joining us. So as we come to the end of today's class, sorry for that. As we come to the end of today's class, I want to sincerely appreciate each and every one of us for participating. And a big shout out to Mrs. Tabitha Ngozi for your precious time, your detailed teaching, A very big shout out to you. One thing is to attend the class, but another is to truly show up, share ideas, ask questions, and be part of the learning process. And you all did exactly that. That level of participation not only enriches your own learning, but also creates a better experience for everyone. So I truly appreciate your time, your efforts, your dedication, um, and for being here. You can reach out to us at our email, or you reach out to me. I'll connect you with Mrs. Tangozi. So that will be all for today's class.